Hello guys, so this is a post-market analysis of 25th of March. It's a Sensex expiry day and I hope you have done well. I have uploaded the video of the trades, the orders and the opportunities and everything. So here we will look at the fundamentals, right? Today, what all things happened, that's exactly what we'll be discussing. So you see, we got a good gap up. Yesterday also, you got a good gap up. Yesterday, there were more positivity in the market, but despite the gap up, it got solved into. In fact, we were looking for 500-point gap up, but you just got 350-point gap up yesterday, but still you got that solved into, and then finally you got the short covering move. So today that gap up was expected, but people were expecting when you get that up move, it will definitely get sold into just like yesterday, because yesterday was more positive, right? US markets have done very well. And all those things are, Trump have, he have, discussed that there will be a ceasefire for 1 week, right? So before that, there were issues like 48 hours, complete destruction. All this is what he have discussed, and there was a big down move, and then yesterday gap up, but got solved into. So today, many of you might have expected that kind of dip also, but hardly you got any dip. It was a one-side rally, completely on the upside compared to yesterday, which was very volatile. Yesterday, I've seen frequent, even I'll just show you the chart and then you will understand. When there were more positivity in the market yesterday, but people were not willing to believe, you got very good gap up, got solved into. It should have actually given this much gap up, but we didn't get that. Despite GIFT Nifty was indicating 500-point gap up. Then again, you got a dip, you got a bounce, you got a dip, you got a bounce, you got a dip, you got a bounce. Again, you got a dip, then you got a bounce and dip and then bounce, and this is a short covering towards the end 100-point dip. Today, it was nothing like that. It's a surprising rally. There is hardly, here you got some dip, and then here also you got some 50-point, right? So from here, 23,430 to 23,340, almost a 100-point dip here, some consolidation. This is not a dip, it is a consolidation breakout. Then there is a consolidation, there is no dip and then breakout, right? So this is the high, and then just one small candle and there is a breakout. Then there is a consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, then a close to 80-point dip. Then again, from 20 MA, it went to that high, and then again 50-point, 100-point dip, and then again went to that level. This is a time when the crude oil price was spiking so sharp. If you look at the crude chart, you will see at this 2 o'clock. Today, the crude price was spiking. So that's the reason why this market have fallen towards the end and settled somewhere here. So what you see today is a very calm, smooth move, which was totally not expected. And it is completely different than yesterday. There is no volatility, continuous upward movement. It was slow and steady move also. At some point, Sensex was up almost 2,000 point on a Sensex expiry day. And, they were showing that they were about to cross that 76,000 level. See, if that would have happened today, 76,000 would have crossed, means there would have been aggressive short covering from the call seller side, because they got trapped. Otherwise, also they got trapped badly. Some options, went crazy, right? From 3 rupee to 100 rupee, 125 rupee also. So sellers at that level got trapped at one point, and if it would have crossed, means there would have been aggressive, a stop loss hit and short covering would have happened. But luckily that didn't happen. And end of the day, we have seen some profit booking. It's a profit booking, or that they control the market, or it could be because of crude price was increasing, it have just fallen. So last session, if you see, market fell around 200 points from the intraday high, just before I've shown you, right? That reason could be, you see, FIAs are continuously selling. 18th consecutive day, we have seen that they are selling. So FIAs are selling at a higher level, or it could be profit booking. And yesterday, what we have seen is again last 1.5 hour, last 1 hour, 200-point dip is what we have seen. Today also, we have seen last from 23,550 level to 23,270 was the low which has been made. So close to 220 points, 550, 280. Yeah, close to 250 point of given the dip, but closing base, if you see, that's around 200-point fall, right? So Nifty, good thing is that Nifty closed above 23,300, which is better. And compared to yesterday, things are looking slightly better also. The way the market have moved without volatility, right? Market have moved up and closed at this level with volatility, and without volatility, a continuous up move is something which is different. But towards the end, FIIs might have sold. Crude price was spiking. So you got a dip of around 200 point. Otherwise, it would have been 23, 500, 23, 400 above 23, 500 level. So this is very important. Today's rally, if you look at it, it's a continuous smooth move without any dip till 11:30, and then a small dip, and then again bounce from 20 MA, and it's very good, and it's broad based also. In fact, it's not only Nifty, right? It's mid caps were doing very good, small caps were doing very good. So these two were up, and the Nifty Next 50 was also doing good. So all the segments of the market have performed very well. So it's a broad based move. It's really good. And if you look at HDFC, yesterday it's almost up by 2 to 3%. Today again 2 to 3%. So Bank Nifty, in fact, if you see, that's completely outperformed also. Crude was completely coming down, and it was looking very good in the till 2 o'clock, right? And that's why market went smoothly till 2 o'clock. I have already explained this in the previous video, and I've shown you the correlation also. So again, let me repeat it. So during this phase, entire this phase, till this, crude was continuously coming down, market was smoothly going up. But here is when at 2 o'clock, crude started spiking up, market started falling down. So the point is, there is an inverse relation between crude price, and that's what ultimately deciding where the direction of the market. So yesterday, if you see, crude was down, gold was down. So that is why market is not convinced, right? Normally, uncertainty is there, means what will happen? Gold will go higher, right? And yesterday gold was down. Crude was also down. So market is actually not convinced, and market got confused, and that's why you saw the volatility and spikes. But today things are looking very good. Crude is going down in the opening. Gold is also going up. So market also reacted positively. Now the question is this a short covering? Yesterday it was clearly a short covering, but today if you see, again, if you look at it, Nifty futures is trading at a discount for most of the day. That is because the expiry is nearing, and we are not seeing much higher side. That could be one of the reason. But again, if you look at it, that itself is telling you that it's not a typical short covering rally, right? So you can see the market participants also broad-based rally, and but still, if you see, people are not convinced with the rally. That is why it could be that could also be one of the reason why towards the end you got that dip also. But that has been the trend, right? So if you see last 1 hour, if yeah, let me show you once again. So if you see, that's actually the trend. So those who are trying to short here, you got the benefit right towards the end. This is a dip, and here also you see there is almost 200-point dip. Here also you got 200-point dip. Here also last 1 hour you are getting 200-point dip. Here also, if you see last 1 hour you got 200-point dip. Here also, if you see last 1 hour, you are getting 200-point dip. So here also, if you see last 1 hour, you are getting 200-point dip. So this is a 200-point dip in the last 1 hour. Here is a 200-point dip or more in the last 1 hour. Here is a 200-point dip in the last 1 hour. Here is again a dip in the last 1 hour. Here again, there is a dip of 200 point in the last 1 hour. So that's why people are expecting that. And I know many of my students also, in fact, we had a live market session. So we also captured that move on the downside because we were betting on the put side. And I've shown you how we got it in the previous session. Okay, so this is what ultimately happened. And if you look at VIX, VIX was normal, right? But again, when you see this kind of rally, what will happen is VIX will fall sharply. But today, rally was good, but I was looking at VIX. VIX was like negative, but it's just 1%, right? It should be something like 5%, 10%. When the market was going down, it was 5% up and 10% up. But today, we were expecting that VIX should have been fallen, but that is not happening. That is also one of the reasons why I'm not so convinced with that rally. But later, when I got the data, I can see that all sectors have participated. Everything was looking good. So that means, still VIX is not convincing, right? Fear is there. Any up move may get sold also. That uncertainty is there. Normally, what will happen is when the market is rising, VIX is also cooling off, which is very good sign. But today market is rising, VIX is standing there or just 1%. That's not a great sign, right? So that is the only confusion that we have now. Rest everything is depending upon Trump and what this war is, going to do. We don't know. If you look at European markets, earlier it was positive. US markets also initially it was positive. Now, if you see, they are facing some selling pressure. Gift Nifty is also slightly down. If you see FII behavior last 18 days in this month, they are continuously selling. In the month of March, I think they are sold for almost 75,000 crore. So today also they might be sellers. Yesterday, I think they have sold for almost 8,000 crore. So what exactly today is selling? I'll discuss that in the tomorrow's pre-market analysis. Today, market is higher. So if yesterday at lower level they sold 8,000 means what? Today when the price is better, will they sell more or will they sell less? Chances is that they might have sold a higher so that 8,000 numbers could have crossed. Let's see tomorrow what is going to be number. So in that case, FIA selling in the month of March alone might have crossed almost 85, 80,000 crores, right? So FIA selling trend is actually continuing. I think towards the end, who got that 200-point down move is FIIs. It could be FIIs. Crude oil prices settling down, just that you got the spike, but after that it is getting settled down. US-Iran, meeting is going on, and Pakistan is initiating some discussions, so that is also looking positive. So outcome, we will see what is actually happening on next day market. So yeah, tomorrow is a trading holiday, and Friday's market will react to these 2 days global cues. So we'll see more impact on Monday, right? This Pakistan Iran this meeting is that outcome we'll get to know on Monday, because Trump was given 5-day deadline, right? That deadline will be completed also. So Monday we can expect a big move when you get more clarity either on the downside or on the upside. Now from here they have the potential to go down also. From here you can have the potential to go up also. So see, if you look at the war from the perspective, there are a lot of things have happened. Infrastructure have damaged, people have dead, the leaders have dead, the military damage is there, navy destruction is there. A lot of shooting, a lot of infrastructure has been lost, buildings has been collapsed. But more than that, what is more important is the oil price. So everyone want to now find a solution, because the economy is getting affected. Even in our places also, hotels are closed because gas is not there. Overall cost of this war is almost 15 billion. So everyone want now to stop this war. So both sides, whether it is Iran or even US, both are under Israel. They don't care what is happening to rest of the world. They are only worried about what is happening to them, right? So the escalation is likely, very unlikely now. It's very less chance. Resolution is what actually the possibility. Right now, if you look at the sectoral view, HDFC did very well, SBI and L&T, we have seen strong recovery on that. But IT sector, negative though, if you see 4 stocks, only they have closed negative, out of which 2 are IT stocks. TCS is negative, and that's actually looking more bearish also. So today we have seen a clean trending rally on the upside and broad-based participation, which is positive. But VIX is not falling. That's the only caution that I want to tell you why I can't believe this up move. That could be because still uncertainty is there. Monday we will find a solution, right? FIA selling is still continuing. So rally is good, but conviction is still weak. That's what the VIX is telling you. Now let's see this meeting on Friday. The outcome we will see on Monday, and tomorrow is a market holiday. So these are the things, guys. If you would like to join our live market mentoring session, get in touch with us. See you there.